creatives, how are you? Welcome or welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. FANHOME build the Back to the Future Delorean. In this video we'll be completing issue 95 of the build. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy.
Hey, Einstein, where's the dot, boy? Huh?
So with every stage of the build comes with component parts and a magazine. These are the component parts for issue 95. That's a really strong model there, really good. Got the gull wing doors open and the bonnet, the hood open. Let's have a look inside. These are the component parts for this issue, and everything's just creeping towards me and I feel like flipping my desk. No, I don't. It's New Year's Eve, or kind of. Okay, well it is when I'm filming this. Alright, so these are the step-by-step instructions. So it's like it's a bumper and we've got lights and things, and we have light bulbs on the car that go part of this, and we're putting some of those bracket things on. I think they're called brackets, that will hold these here, these rails on. Yeah, my mind's going a bit blank. So we'll end up actually putting it onto the car, and the front of the car will be finished, which is amazing. Okay. Wild West Party. The night when the stars came out for the Hollywood premiere of Back to the Future Part 3. So that's Steven Spielberg with Robert Zemeckis. I think it's Robert. Oh, it's Bob Gale. Bob Gale. Okay. And then we have Lorraine Gray, who I don't know who that is. And then that's Mary Elizabeth. What do you call her? Mary Steenburgen, and her family. That's isn't that no, it's Bob Dolman. I thought it was Julia Roberts' brother. Oh. Okay. Clara Clayton, a woman of the future. Hill Valley's new school teacher is an independent lady who quickly makes an impression. Honest Joe Slater, or Statler. So we look ahead at the issue 96, and we've got a left valance here, which I think it's for the underskirt of the car, underneath the door, I think. Yeah, I think so. Shows you all the components that come in this issue. Seem to be waffling in this issue. I do apologise. But anyway, as always, I like to make sure that what it says that we're supposed to have here, that we have in here. Got a lot of brackets and screws. And the rest of the components. So we should have 6 brackets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 brackets. Then we've got 1 bumper, and we've got 2 light covers there, orange light covers, and then we've got 3 bags of screws. We've got DM screws, AP screws, and LP screws. So there's the LP screws, they're the AP screws, these are the DM screws. So we've got everything ready for this stage of the build. So we've got our screwdrivers, we've got our screws, we've got our components, we've got our magazine. Let's begin. First thing we've got to do is get the bumper, which is here. Just making sure I've got it the right way around. Yep, there, like that. That's the way you have to have it. If you want to check, there's 2 holes there, and they need to be at the top rather than the bottom. That's how you can tell they're the right way around. And also these 2 holes are at the top as well, so that's how you know you got them right way around. So there is like a curved side there, and then there's a flat side. So the flat side pushes against, so we just slot that in place there, and then the flat side goes against the back, and the curved side at the front. So we're going to hold them in place with AP screws. So we get 4 AP screws out, 2 for each light. So I've got to use a small screwdriver because they're small screws. Hopefully this just goes in. Yeah, it's going in. That's not right. Hang on. Oh no, it's right. It is right. I just didn't think we'd have screws at the front. I didn't think we'd have screws showing at the front, but we do. Yeah. I'm not going to tighten that one because I want to make sure the other one goes in before I tighten it. But you can see, I did think we'd be screwing it from the back though. I did think no, there's no holes, so we're not screwing it in from the back. There. Make sure we're in that hole that's going in. I'll take it from the side and just tighten. Alright. That's in. Ooh. There we go. That's the first one. I didn't think we'd be putting the screws there unless something sits over the top. You know the plate that sits over the top, because the brackets go here, so you're not even going to see this. I get it now. That's why we're putting screws in the front, because you're not going to see them. So flat side down. I was going to say it looks very ugly with the screws at the front, but you're never going to see them. If it was the normal Delorean that we were building, you'd be screwing it from the back. Kind of makes sense now. Come on, thread the needle. There it is. There it is. I'm kind of lifting it slightly off the desk because I don't want to break it, because it is quite flimsy. Here we go. That's our two lights. They will light up and you'll see them through the grill. You just won't see the screws. So the next thing we've got to do is we've got to put, let's see how many we're putting on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're putting all of them on. I've got 7 for some reason. Maybe I've just got a spare one. So how they go on is there's a, let me see. There's a location lug there, and then there's a screw hole next to it. So it's a case of like that there. That sits on there. And we screw it from the back, and it's LP screws. So it's going to be 6 LP screws. Which are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's our 6 screws out and ready. And we screw from the back, of course. Like that. That's the first one. There. Just got to keep putting them in. Let's turn it around that way. Okay, so we get 1, location login, like that. Load up a screw. Hopefully work out. Okay, so that goes there. That's the second one. I got used to putting these in now. They were quite difficult before because they kept pulling to one side because as you tighten in the screws. Okay, the location lug is in. That location lug's moved. Hang on. Get that location lug back in there. Hear it click. You can feel it pulling to one side as you're tightening it up. Once you've got it in place, it stops moving. Can't actually see what I'm doing now. I need to move that up there like that. It's very difficult to see what I'm doing because the screw driver piece is black. The screw's black and the bumper is black as well, so it is quite difficult. There we go. That's those in place. We've got one on each side now. Let me just load a screwdriver. Sorry, a screw onto the screwdriver. Location lug in place. That's a bit loose. Let me just line that up. See? Let's do the one on the other side. Let's load up a screwdriver. Screw. Why do I keep saying that? I'm not loading up a screwdriver. I'm loading up a screw. Okay. Location lug in place. Not fully on. Let me just. There we go. You can actually see it from the side there. And that side. Put all those brackets in place. So I've brought the whole car back. I have the bumper here. I just need to check which way around it goes. Yeah, it goes that way around there. So before we push them in, we've got these two. Remember, we've got these two light bulbs sticking out. So one goes in here. Right, one goes in that hole there. That corresponds with the light at the front, the orange that we put in, and the other one on the other side. So I'm just going to push those light bulbs in so that they're in properly. There, go. And I just need to push. Let's get this straightened. We just need to push the bumper on. Okay, there. So the bumper is on now, but you can't really see it from that angle. But the bumper is on there. So we just need 4 DM screws. I'm probably going to have to turn the car around if I can, maybe. Okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 4 DM screws there. And because they're thicker screws, let me see if I can slide the car a little bit that way. There. That's not how I wanted it. Okay. So I'm going to put the screws in. You're not going to be able to see because I'm screwing in this front section here. But you can see me doing it even though you can't see it properly. So I'm just going to get the first screw in. I might have to put a glove on because I've still got a really painful cut on my hand. It's going to look ridiculous, but I've got a screw on so that I can screw it in properly and tight. That's in tight. I'm going to do the other end, and then I'm going to do the middle bits. I know it looks stupid with the glove on, but it's kind of hurting my hand. That's going on a lot easier than this did. Still not on right. See the gap there? Still not on right, but I don't know. Right. Gonna need a bit of light because I can't see the hole. I can't see the screw hole. Let me see. There it is. See if I can. That's not in properly. I don't know why. That's not in properly. So I'm going to unscrew this. See if I can push it on better. I don't know why it's not going on properly. catching on something. No, I don't know why it won't go in. I've dropped a screw on the floor, but it's fine. Going in flush on that side there, it's sticking out a bit there. I don't know why. Don't know. Right, let's get another DM screw. I'm finding that parts of the car are just not fitting together. Like here. I don't know why. Okay, so that screws in. Get this one in. I don't know if you want to put in the comments why this is not lining up. I don't know why. It's flush here and then it starts to, it won't push back. I don't know why. Okay. Now this is sticking out just a little bit, but it's the way it's gonna have to be. I can't, it won't push in further. So I'm gonna take a picture of this front here, just to show you what it looks like. And a little shot from the side. You'll see it on screen now anywhere. I just needed to get a picture of it because you can't really see what I've done, but yeah. So basically, the bumper's gone on, the 4 screws have gone in, and there the bumper is. And that completes issue 95 of the build.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a Delorean?
I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.